Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Lodrigue, back with another adventure for you on Good Vibe Journey. This one's for all my solo travelers out there. The lone wolves, the free spirits. Let's do this. Alright, first up, we're kicking things off in Auckland, the city of sails. This place is buzzing with energy. Head down to the Viaduct Harbor, grab some fish and chips, and watch the boats go by. If you're feeling adventurous, climb the Auckland Harbor Bridge. Trust me, the view from the top is insane. You gotta check out Waiheke Island. Think vineyards, white sand beaches, and crystal clear water. One morning, I got up early and hiked up Mount Eden. The view from the top is unreal. Auckland's got it all. City life, nature, adventure. It's the perfect place to start your solo New Zealand trip. Next up, we're heading south to Rotorua, a place that smells like rotten eggs and adventure. Geysers shooting sky high, bubbling mud pools, hot springs that'll melt your stress away. You can't come to Rotorua without experiencing the Maori culture. Check out Te Puia, where you can see geysers, traditional Maori carving, and even a kiwi bird enclosure. And if you're feeling brave, try a hangi, a traditional Maori feast cooked underground using hot stones. The real highlight of Rotorua for me was the mountain biking. This place is a mountain biker's paradise, with trails for all levels. I spent a day shredding the Wakarewarewa forest, and it was one of the most fun days of my trip. Rotorua is one of those places that'll stay with you long after you've left. All right, lace up your hiking boots because we're heading to Tongariro National Park, home to some of the most epic landscapes in New Zealand. The Tongariro Alpine Crossing is a must-do. It's a challenging but rewarding hike that takes you past volcanic craters, steaming vents, and those iconic emerald lakes. Just make sure you check the weather conditions before you go. If you're up for a real adventure, try climbing Mount Ngauruhoe. But Tongariro isn't just about the big hikes. There are tons of shorter trails that offer stunning views as well. Whether you're an experienced hiker or just starting out, Tongariro National Park has something for everyone. Chapter 4: Wellington. Wind, coffee, and creative vibes. Wellington is known for its wind, its coffee, and its artsy, creative vibe. The first thing you gotta do when you get to Wellington is grab a flat white. Once you're caffeinated, hop on the Wellington cable car. Make sure you check out Mount Victoria for panoramic views of Wellington. Wellington is also a city that loves its art. Check out Te Papa Tongarewa Museum of New Zealand. And if you're a movie buff, visit the Weta Workshop. Wellington might be small, but it's packed with personality. Chapter 5: Abel Tasman National Park, Kayaking Paradise. Abel Tasman is all about getting out on the water. The best way to experience it is by kayak. Paddle past secluded coves, spot seals basking in the sun, and maybe even catch a glimpse of a dolphin or two. One of my favorite things about kayaking in Abel Tasman is that you can camp right on the beach. If kayaking's not your thing, there are tons of hiking trails in Abel Tasman as well. The Abel Tasman Coast Track is a multi-day hike that takes you through some of the most stunning scenery in the park. Abel Tasman National Park is a place to relax, recharge, and reconnect with nature. Chapter 6: Queenstown, Adrenaline Capital. We're headed to Queenstown, the adventure capital of the world. Bungee jumping, skydiving, whitewater rafting, you name it, Queenstown's got it. I faced my fears and did the Nevis bungee jump. But Queenstown isn't just about extreme sports. The scenery here is equally as impressive. Take a gondola ride up Bob's Peak for stunning views of the city, Lake Wakatipu, and the Remarkables mountain range. In the evenings, Queenstown comes alive with bars, restaurants, and a buzzing nightlife. Queenstown is a place that will push you to your limits and leave you wanting more. Get ready to be blown away because we're heading to Milford Sound, one of the most magical places on Earth. Imagine towering cliffs, cascading waterfalls, and water so still it looks like glass. Milford Sound is actually a fjord, not a sound. The best way to experience Milford Sound is by boat. Take a cruise through the fjord and marvel at the sheer scale of the landscape. Keep an eye out for wildlife too. Milford Sound is home to seals, dolphins, penguins, and even the occasional whale. If you're feeling adventurous, you can also hike to one of the many waterfalls in Milford Sound. Milford Sound is one of those places that will stay with you long after you've left. From natural wonders, we're time traveling to Dunedin, a city with a distinct Scottish heritage. Start your Dunedin adventure by exploring the city centre. Check out the Dunedin Railway Station, a masterpiece of Edwardian architecture. Then stroll down Baldwin Street, officially the steepest street in the world. Dunedin is also a great place to learn about New Zealand's wildlife. Head out to the Otago Peninsula. For a taste of Dunedin's Scottish heritage, head to Larnoch Castle. It's a beautifully restored castle with stunning gardens and panoramic views of the Otago Peninsula. Dunedin is a city of contrasts, where Victorian architecture meets rugged coastline and wildlife encounters are just a stone's throw from the city center. Get ready to be mesmerized, because we're heading to Lake Tekapo, home to some of the bluest water you'll ever lay eyes on. Spend some time by the lake, soak up the views, and just breathe in the fresh mountain air. One of the most iconic spots in Lake Tekapo is the Church of the Good Shepherd. But the real magic of Lake Tekapo happens at night. Lake Tekapo is part of the Aoraki-Mackenzie International Dark Sky Reserve. On a clear night, you can see thousands of stars, the Milky Way stretching across the sky, and even the southern lights if you're lucky. There are a few different ways to experience the night sky in Lake Tekapo. Lake Tekapo is a place to escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life and connect with something bigger than yourself. Our final stop takes us north to the Bay of Islands, a stunning collection of over 140 islands scattered along the coastline. The Bay of Islands is all about getting out on the water. Rent a boat, hop in a kayak, or join a sailing trip and explore the islands at your own pace. One of the must-do activities in the Bay of Islands is to visit the Waitangi Treaty Grounds. For a unique perspective of the Bay of Islands, take a scenic flight. And in the evenings, head to Paihia, the main town in the Bay of Islands. The Bay of Islands is the perfect place to end your New Zealand adventure. It's a place to relax, recharge, and reflect on all the incredible experiences you've had. And that's a wrap on our epic backpacking adventure through New Zealand. From the cityscapes of Auckland to the turquoise waters of Lake Tekapo, New Zealand has something to offer every type of traveler. Trust me, it's a trip you'll never forget. Until next time, keep exploring.